Look at all these scrappy projects. Who am I? Who am I? Hi, welcome back to my channel, OC Knits. Um, Always happens in the beginning. But yeah, so I have a couple of things, finished objects, and I have a few new works in progress. So let's get right into it. First, I guess we'll start with what I'm wearing. I'm wearing the zipper sweater by Petite Knit, and I love this sweater. I wrote all about it, or not wrote, I talked all about it in my first podcast. So go check that out. But yeah, so this is Zipper Sweater by Petite Knit, but I'm so proud of it because I steeked it. I actually turned it into, if you can see, a fully a fully zipped cardigan, because in the pattern I think the zipper just comes to probably about here. But yeah, it was definitely a journey. The sticking part wasn't hard. I knitted around, but I just added 6 extra sticking stitches. That wasn't hard at all, but it was like the sewing in of the zipper, the whole zipper story. But for real, go check out the first podcast because I'll tell you all about it. But I love this sweater. It's super cozy, comfortable sweater. I love wearing it out and about. Yeah, so that's what I'm wearing today. Again, I'm in San Francisco and it's another chilly day, so still sweater weather over here. But yeah, so let's get into my finished items. Let's start with this. This is the Musselburgh Hat by Yolanda. I'm not remembering her last name, but I'll put the information up. I've made so many of these hats. I absolutely love them. I made this one for my son who's 2 years old and it fits him perfectly. I used 2 colors. This one, I don't have the ball with me, but this yarn was Knit and Note. Not sure what the colorway is. And then this beautiful variegated yarn is Seismic yarn. Again, I'll put all the information and everything up because I'm not remembering at the moment. And I still have plenty of this. I actually do have plenty of this. It's this same yarn. And I'm going to talk about this in another. Yeah. It's the same yarn, but in the green colorway. And I'll talk about this one later. But yeah, this hat is so adorable on him. It fits him perfectly. It covers just below his ears. And the designer for this pattern, they came out with an updated one, maybe a few weeks or maybe a year now, I don't know. But they came out with an updated one that gives you instructions like if you want it to be 2 color or if you want to have like a folded brim in 2 colors. So they just give you more specific instructions. But I think I just kind of winged it and I made the one with the variegated color a little bit shorter, which I'm happy about because I wanted some of the green to show like this. And knowing myself, this is so pretty. Like I love this color. I love getting these kind of let's see if you can see. I love getting these kind of bright variegated colors because it brings me so much joy while I'm knitting it up. But knowing me, I'm probably just gonna have him wear the solid green this time. I'm probably just gonna have him because this is another look. It's like a heather type yarn. It's another very beautiful yarn. I just feel like this would match more things, not stand out so much. But I'll try to get myself to have him wear this beautiful side too. But knowing me, he's probably just mostly gonna wear it on this side, which is also very adorable. But yeah, I haven't blocked it yet, but this yarn is so nice. Look how even my stitches look. And this is not even blocked. So yeah, so this one is Knit and Note yarn. It's their fingering weight yarn, 100% merino wool. Absolutely love. It feels really soft and nice. Haven't even blocked it. It just has amazing stitch definition. So excited to see what this will be like blocks, but I consider it done. To me, it's when you finish the knitting process. Even if I didn't weave in the ends, I still consider the project done. But this one I did weave in the ends, but which was easy because they're all on the inside. But yeah, so it's my first finished one here, the Musselburgh hat for my little son. And then next, I'm just gonna show this one. It was basically finished in my last podcast. I think all I needed to do was add the buttons, and I did. Can you see the little, oh, is it slanted too? Focus, focus, focus. There we go. Yeah, so that's the hero button. Then we have these other purples that fade into the background. So my daughter's already been wearing this. Oops. I forget I just got a microphone, so hopefully you didn't hear this ruffling against. But yeah, my daughter's already been wearing this. It is a little bit oversized on her, which I'm totally fine about. It's perfect because she can just like have room to grow in this sweater. But yeah, so I sewed in the buttons, but I actually never made buttonholes for this just yet. I like not a big sewing fan. I'm just over the project in general because I've been doing so good working from my stash, my yarn stash. So I made her sweater out of this yarn already. I'm just tired of seeing this yarn. I'm happy to have it off the needles. I don't even care that there's not buttonholes. This one I just kind of wedged it in there, which when she wears it, I just wedged it in there and it's been working just fine. So I don't think she even needs the rest of the buttonholes. I just think it's cute and I'm happy to have it off my needles. So, oh, I didn't even say this is the Olive sweater by Knitting for Olive. And if you guys watch my previous podcast, I talk about how I just became very lazy in following the instructions. So this beautiful pattern is supposed to go for the full length of the cardigan, but it was just it was just too much for me. I literally just, for the most part, knit at night when the kids are asleep, after done doing chores, after done working. So I'm always tired, often tired, and I don't feel like having to think too much. And this pattern was just requiring me. I just couldn't get the hang and remember the pattern. So I constantly had to look at the sheet and each section had a different chart scrolling up and down. It was just becoming very tedious for me, so I just decided to do the rest of the stockinette, and I'm very happy with that decision. The sweater still looks adorable. She gets the finished item, and it's out of my stash, and I'm done with it. So that's the olive sweater by Knitting for Olive. The next finished item, which oh, you can see the basket. I just have my basket with my stuff right here. The next item I'm so excited about, it's done. This is the Melanged Sweater by Petite Knit. I absolutely love the way this fit. Hopefully I'll maybe do a video with me actually wearing it. But yeah, I love the way this fits. And you can see on the bottom here, I actually ran out of this beautiful gray yarn, so I had to just do the hem. Just toward the end, I had to do the hem in the all white, which I think it came out cute. And to just make it look like it was on purpose, I just added on the cuff as well. I think this is 2 rows plus the bind off in the white, so I think this looks really nice. But yeah, the sweater came out great. This is Petite Knit, and it's drop shoulder construction. Again, look at the other videos for more of the detail. But yeah, I really love this yarn. I held 2 fingering weight yarns together. I don't have either of the yarns here, but I'm sure I would have put the information up. Yes, I absolutely love this sweater. It's going to be my perfect, just, comfortable out and about. I've already worn it a few times picking the kids up from daycare. That's why I need to knit more sweaters, so it's not like I'm wearing the same thing all the time. But really quick pickups. I don't think anyone's noticing, but I already wore this like probably 2 days in a row. But yes, really love this sweater. And I have, oh, I guess I can talk about, I have another one. I have another one we can move. This is my last finished object, so I just have these 3 items. But yeah, I love this sweater so much. It was so fun. The construction, I love the way drop shoulder. I think I'm just really in my drop shoulder stage right now. Because before I was knitting, when I was new to knitting, I was knitting a lot of raglan sweaters, which I still love raglan. But I enjoy the look of drop shoulder. And because I'm more comfortable with my knitting, I definitely don't mind. Oops, I'll be right back. I think I'm baking cookies and I forgot about them. Let me get them out the oven. Okay. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I put those cookies in the oven because I knew I wanted to do this podcast, but I totally almost forgot about them. But they're okay. They didn't burn. But it was just cookies that I got from Trader Joe's, some frozen ones. My sister actually bought them when she was visiting and she never cooked them. So I just figured I will bake them. So I'm just happy they didn't burn. But anyhow, what was I talking about? I think I was talking about how much I love this sweater. What was I talking about? I think I was talking about how, yeah, I'm in my drop shoulder phase. Like, I really love the way they look on me, and I don't mind knitting back and forth for that little bit of time that you have to knit back and forth. In the beginning, like to do the back first, and then you pick up stitches. So since I'm okay with that, I feel like want to knit more drop shoulders for myself because I really like the way they lay on me. I like the way they look. And specifically this sweater, I love the way the neckline, like in the video or the pictures, I love the way it just lays. It's very nice. And I love holding the two fingering weight yarns double because it just gives it like a very casual, like jumpsuit kind of feel. It's weighted. It just feels really nice and cozy. And it's a nice change to not have most, like this one has a strand of mohair, which I love mohair. But this gives it more of a comfy, casual type feel, which brings me on to my works in progress. So I have like so much. I mean, my yarn stash is not huge, but it's enough yarn for me. So I have so many like random bits and bobs. I mean, I have a lot of full skeins, but I also have a lot of bits and bobs. And I've really been trying to go through my stash and find projects that I can use with my current yarn stash. And I'm really not I'm not like a scrappy blanket, scrappy clothes type person. In general, I don't care the way it looks like having a strand of all these different colors. But I wanted to have a sweater that I can just wear and lounge around in. First, I wasn't even thinking sweater. I was thinking, how can I use my scraps in clothing? Because I'm like, I would do that. I was like, oh, perfect. I could make some scrappy pants like that I could just lounge and wear around the house. It wouldn't be so precious that, because a lot of my knits now, like this one, I was wearing it out and about today, but I want to just lounge around all day in my hand knits. Cause I'm like, oh, it's too, although it's like a casual style, I just feel like it's too precious to just wear around the house so much. But I really want to wear my knits. Like I'm always looking at them, wanting to just pop them on real fast and be really cozy. But I'm like, I can make myself a scrappy outfit so I could just lounge around the house. And that's what I'm starting to do. So this is going to be another Melanged sweater. I really enjoyed the process of knitting that one up. And I'm totally, I mean, tell me, which type of knitter are you? Are you the type of knitter who just buys the pattern and knits that item once and you never want to knit it again? Or do you enjoy knitting the same pattern, maybe in different colors, different styles? I am definitely the second one. I love, and even without knitting, I have like, I mean, this is just a white tank, but I have so many different colors of this, or not so many. I have multiple white ones, a lot of black ones, beige ones. I will buy the same top, even the same color sometimes, just multiples of it. So I'm the same way with my knitting. I would definitely knit the same pattern many times, but just at least I would use different color yarns or whatnot. So I really love this Melanged sweater. I love the way it fits. I love the way it feels. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can use my yarn scraps or yarn that I have in stash and make myself like a scrappy sweater. One that I would not, oh, let's focus. Yes, look at that already. One that I would not mind wearing around the house. And when I was thinking about this, I was like, this is probably going to be my perfect ugly knit house sweater. But as I started knitting this up, I'm like, it's not ugly. This is bringing me so much joy seeing these colors come together. Like this one here is a yarn that I bought for my daughter and I knit her a hat. Actually, I knit her one of the Musselburgh hats too. One side's this side, the other side's pink, which is so adorable, but she really doesn't even wear that hat. But nonetheless, I would never normally wear something like this for myself. Although look at it, it looks so cute. But this is going to get me into maybe wearing more patterns and more colors because I'm going to start out with this, my scrappy house sweater. So I'm allowing myself to just find whatever color. I'm not even going to think about, there's no real order or process. I'm just going to pick up colors and yeah, knit up my scraps. So currently, oh, I don't have any other balls. This colorway here, if I can find out, put the information up, but a lot of these are scraps that I have for a while. So I know I still have a little bit more left of this. I wanted to save it because this is the back panel. I wanted to save it so when I pick up the stitches for the shoulder, it can be the same color, starting off the same. So I have a little bit more of this yarn. So when I pick up the shoulders for the front, I'm going to use it in this color. And then maybe I still have a lot more of this pink. So I guess, because I'm thinking like, first I know it's scrappy, but I guess there is still some kind of order. I am going to try to make it look striped all around, at least the body part. But yeah, hopefully I don't put too much thought in which colors come next. I know I just want to pick colors that are just getting me excited, and bringing me joy. This blue color here, I've had in my stash for so long, so I'm happy that I'm just starting to add the blue. I'm so happy that I'm finally starting to use those bits and pieces up. But yeah, I'm really excited about this project. I know it's going to fly off the needles because I really want to have this sweater so I could just lounge around the house. This is actually going to be my sweater that I could just feel free to put on and be comfy, cozy. Because like this one, I always want to plop it on, but then I'm like, oh, I should have just be wearing this around the house and sleeping in. And although it's warm enough in the house, I tend to like wear a cardigan or a sweater or something to sleep in. I'm always cold, that's why. So this would be my sweater that I would allow myself to just wear around the house. But I'm loving it so much already. I hope I don't start feeling like no, it's too cute to just wear around the house. We'll see. I think it's gonna get crazier as I go. Like the colors might not blend as well because right now, what's making it hold nicely together is because so far I'm holding each color with the white strand of yarn, but later on, who knows what I'll do because I don't have that much white. I just want to use like some of my scraps, but yeah, so this is going to be another Melanged Sweater scrappy version. And when I'm done with this, or maybe who knows when, I'm actually going to make a matching pair of pants, a scrappy pants, like house pants. Initially, I was thinking I was just going to start off with pants, but I actually wanted to wear a sweater more. I'm like, I really want a sweater first. So I'm starting this, then after I'm done with this, I'll make some scrappy pants and it'll be a cute, crazy looking set. But yeah, really excited about this one. My next work in progress. This one is my laptop's here. Let's see. I'm gonna look up this pattern name. And sorry if my eyes keep bopping because like the viewfinder window's up here, so I feel like I keep looking up, but I should look this way. And that's looking directly at my like phone camera. But this pattern is called Baby Bear Sweater, and this is gonna be for my son. I just thought it was so adorable. Again, I've been in the mindset of using my stash yarn. I'm trying to just not buy more yarn, use what I have. And I saw this pattern. I was like, oh my gosh, this would be perfect. I barely started. This is just, it's again another drop shoulder construction. And I'm at the point, I think I still need to knit more. This is the back panel. I need to knit more down before I pick up stitches. But yeah, I'm going to use this. This is the main color. And then the bear color, this is this brown. Is that focus? Yeah. So frustrating when it doesn't focus. This is the Knit and Note Merino. This colorway is, oh, how cute, Tasty Chocolate. What a cute name, Tasty Chocolate. And this is the knitting for olive. I think this colorway is pearl gray. And this is the leftover yarn that I have from this sweater actually. So I'm so excited I'm gonna be able to use all this. Actually, I think I may need to buy one more ball of this one for the sweater because this is all I have so far. And this pattern, I believe, is actually for a sport weight yarn. I didn't do proper calculations, but I mean, I used the back panel as kind of my swatch. So I'm a little stitches tighter, but my son is 2 and I'm knitting the size 3 to 4 because mine is going to be a little bit smaller. And so I think it's going to work out perfectly where it's still going to be bigger on him. But yeah, I think I'm going to need to buy one more ball and I don't mind doing that. I'm not like on a yarn buying band or anything like that. So I don't mind if I have to buy a little bit more yarn to at least get the majority of my yarn out of stash because this will allow me to use this one and this pattern would allow me to use some of this brown yarn, which is perfect. So yeah, really excited about that. And there's no timeline. I mean, there's no timeline in any of my knits, but knowing myself, I know I'm gonna work this one up more. Not because this is fingering weight. I like doing fingering weight projects, but I'm just more excited for myself. I really want to wear this sweater around the house. So I feel like I'm probably going to work on this more because I started this one first, but then I wasn't really feeling like knitting on it too much. And I was like, because I want to knit on something for myself to wear. So then I cast this on and I just cast this on, I think 2 days ago and already worked up a good amount. So I'm pretty sure that was going to work up first. But nonetheless, this is kind of a background project that I had. I'm excited about this one. That's my second. And my last, and if you don't see, I know I had showed another sweater that's a lace weight sweater as my work in progress. If I'm not showing it, it's because I have not made any progress. Because this lace weight sweater is more, it just seems like more of a more dressed up kind of sweater. I'm not going anywhere, so I'm more excited to like knit my more cozy comfortable kind of knits first. I'm like, I'll actually wear those more, but it's still there. I know I'll get around whenever I make more progress, then I'll actually show it. But let me show. I'm super excited about this. I know this is mainly knitting, but also we have a little crochet. Look how crazy my stitches look so uneven up close, but nonetheless, this one is called the Square One Bag by TL Yarncraft. So excited. I think this pattern just dropped last week, and once it did, because I was already looking up patterns, because I was thinking I was gonna knit myself a project bag, but when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh. I would rather crochet it because crochet goes much faster, and I just thought it was so adorable. But yeah, it's called the Square One. Oops, it's called the Square One Project Bag because you start with a square. And this is the moss stitch. And I haven't crocheted, I started off with crochet. I mean, I've crocheted since junior high, but I haven't been crocheting so much recently. So look how messy my stitches are. This part is, I think the beginning section is the messiest. This line right here. That part's the beginning one, so I think I just wasn't doing it right the way they joined it and did the next. That's why it's so noticeable, but totally don't care because this is going to be the bottom of the bag. But look how beautiful, and I love this. This is the absolute perfect stash busting project. So this yarn here, I've had this in my stash for so long, and I actually hated this colorway. I don't know. So I bought this yarn to knit my husband's mom a pair of socks. I don't know why I bought this color. Her favorite color I think is actually red. So I don't know why I was thinking something like this for her. I guess this is before I knew her favorite color was red, but because she's more like a natural earth tones kind of person. But nonetheless, I actually didn't really care for this colorway. And since I was new to knitting at the time, there was like 100 gram hank. I figure I need two socks, so I need two hanks. So I bought 200 gram hanks. I had 200 grams of this fingering weight yarn because I didn't realize I wouldn't need a full hank just to make one sock. So after I made the pair of socks, I still had some left from that ball, and then I had a whole full one. So I actually knitted my son again a Musselburgh hat out of that yarn, but I made the inside this color because I didn't like it and want to see it. But I'm loving the way it's worked up in crochet. Because if I can find the picture, I'll post a picture of what it looks like knitted up. Because knitted up, it actually made like a stripe pattern. I just didn't care for. I didn't care for the colorway, but looking at it crocheted, I absolutely love the way this looks. I love the way it's just like speckled the different. I don't know. It just looks so beautiful to me like this. It's amazing. I properly hated this yarn before, but now looking at it like this, I think it's beautiful. But the yarn is held double, so I think the fact that it's worked up in crochet changes up how the variegation spreads, and the fact that it's crochet double really changed and helped the stitch. But I absolutely love this. I don't remember the name of this yarn at all because I've had it for so long. But yeah, all I know is a fingering weight sock yarn, so it's probably like 20% nylon and the other amount superwash merino. That much I know, but I can't remember the brand. But yeah, so then the other half here, this part, it was actually crocheting up pretty fast. Let me see if I have. I think I have the label for this other one. Oopsies. Talk about disorganized. Oh, I thought I had the label, but maybe not. But this other yarn. Oh, I still have some left. Have this left. I could have kept going with the bag with this color, but I figured I'll make the strap this color, and I'm not even sure this is going to be enough to make the full strap, but we'll see. I just kind of saved it to make a strap because I have two of these purple ones that hopefully will complete the rest of the bag. But this one is, I think, Yarn Bee. It's some really inexpensive box brand yarn from, I think I got it from Hobby Lobby when I was visiting my mom in Arizona. It was probably like $3.99, I think, this yarn. It's really soft. I know it's made with viscose. I think it's like 75% viscose and 25% polyester. Super soft yarn, but I absolutely hate crocheting with it. Knitting with it, because I knit a top, is not as bad, but crocheting with it, it totally slowed me down. I've been using this hook, this furls hook. Can you see? I want you to see how pointy Is that coming clear? You see how pointy the tip is? And the hook part. So, oh my gosh, it kept snagging. Every time it was slowing me down so much, and I held this yarn double. So that was snagging. And then the fact that the yarn is just really splitty. So it was so annoying. So it really slowed me down doing this middle part. But now that I made it to this other yarn, it's already going faster. So hopefully I'll get this done sooner than later. And this purple yarn though, I have this because these were two new balls. This one's Palette by Knit Picks and the color Eggplant. So this is gonna, oh, there you go. Like, this is gonna drive me crazy how I was not focusing, but yeah. So I'm loving this bag. I'm so excited that I'm actually crocheting myself my own project bag. And even when I'm working on it now that's big enough, I just put the balls of yarn in here and crochet it. But yeah, super excited about this project. I can't wait to the finish. Maybe in the next podcast this will be done because I can't wait to use it as a project bag. But look at these colors. I think this looks so beautiful. Oh, like this royal purple. I just, oh my gosh. And it's using up my stash because these two balls I had crocheted my sister a top with this. And then now I'm like, I have these two purple balls. I didn't know what to do. So it's just so perfect. I've been doing like these different stash busting projects, which I'm so excited about. So I think that's all. I think that's all. I just have these three whips, but yeah, I'm very excited about doing these different stash busting projects. Maybe one day I'll do like a yarn tour. I have not that much yarn, but it's a lot of yarn for me. I mean, not that much comparing to sometimes you see people have like walls filled with yarn. My yarn fits to like this case thing that could slip under the bed, which I do not, I try not to allow myself to have more. If it overflows from that container, I have too much yarn. I'm really keeping things contained. And it was getting to the point where it was like puckering up every time I closed it. That's when I was like, oh, see, you just had to knit what you have. Because I'm definitely the type of girly who goes in the yarn shop, sees a beautiful yarn, and just like, oh, I love this yarn. Let me buy it. Not having any project in mind. I just see a beautiful yarn and I want to get it. But at least I say to myself, I'll be like, oh, I'll buy a sweater's quantity of that yarn. So when I do find the project, I'll have enough of it. But I've been finding out that's not working for me because, oh, I have this other yarn here. This is not really acquisition section. I mean, I think I bought this like maybe a month ago or something. But I bought this beautiful yarn here from my local yarn store. Let's focus. This colorway is Caviar. Isn't that so cute? The name colorway Caviar. Look how pretty this is. I could just imagine that this is going to work up so beautifully. This is 100% super fine alpaca and it feels beautiful. I actually made out of the same kind of yarn, but it was just all black or like a heathered black. Made the Amy slip over with this. I realized I love the way alpaca feels. I love the way alpaca drapes. I love working with fingering weight alpaca, or this one's DK, but it's like a light DK. I just love the drape of it. So I bought three hanks of these, and as you can see, they're huge. They're 600 yards. So 227 grams of yarn. 660 yards or 603 meters. So there's a lot in one hank. So I bought three of these, which would totally be enough to make a sweater. So I already balled at one of these. So excited. I'm like, okay, I bought this beautiful yarn. I'll figure out something to knit with it. But I can't do that anymore because I love this yarn, but I've been looking online and I'm not seeing anything that's speaking to me with this yarn. And this happened before. I have some other yarn in stash. I'm like, I love the way the yarn feels. I love the way it looks. So I buy like a sweater's quantity. But then when it comes down to knitting with it, which I want something with this, I can't find something that I actually want to knit up with the yarn. So yeah, because I'm trying to look for something that has a drape, and because it has like the two colors in it, I'm like, I just need to find something that works with this, but I have not found a pattern that's speaking to me. But if you have any ideas, this 100% alpaca is considered DK weight. You see the color. If you have any ideas where you think this might look nice, definitely send in the comments and send me a link or something in the name of design because I really want to wear this. I want the the final fabric of this. I actually would love to have a sweater in this, but I haven't really found a project that's speaking to me. But this is why my yarn stash keeps growing and growing because I go to this yarn store and I'm seeing something that I like and I'm like, let me just buy. But I need to stop doing that. I actually need to have a project in mind. Like when I have a project in mind and then I go to yarn store, buy the yarn, and I just knit it straight away. But when I do things like this, it ends up just sitting. This is a newer purchase, but I have older ones if this happens. And when I buy it like that, it just ends up sitting in my stash because I can't find a project that fits it. So yeah, I definitely need to do it the other way around. Have a project in mind and then buy the yarn to go with it. That's better. But nonetheless, I'm still happy that I'm using up my stash and figuring out different projects, even just this scrappy sweater. Oh my gosh. I'm just so excited about this. This is gonna be so cute. And I'm like loving the bright colors and just the randomness of it all. Oops, sorry, the microphone's there, but I'm loving the randomness of this all. But yeah, so I am proud and look at all these scrappy projects. Who am I? Who am I? So yeah, I'm loving that. But yeah, I definitely need to change the way I purchase my yarn, I think. But nonetheless, thanks so much for every time I do these podcasts, I really hope that I'm coherent, that everything's cohesive and makes sense because I feel like I get so rambly. But hopefully, and excuse my like nasal sound. I had like a cold this past week. It's like literally a week long cold. This is probably day 8, and I'm just now starting to feel better. But I think I still sound pretty nasally, so sorry about that. But hopefully, you enjoyed this vlog or not vlog podcast. Stay tuned for the next one, and yeah, check out my Instagram because I tend to post more current pictures and updates there. But yeah, thanks so much for coming and hanging out with me. Tell me in the comments what you're working on, what project's getting you all excited, and if you have any ideas for this yarn, please let me know. But yeah, if you liked what you just seen and want to see more content, please like and subscribe to my channel, and see you next time. Bye.